we've been in a recession. I think we've been in a recession for almost 4 to 6 months already. So now they're finally coming out and saying, well, we got a possible recession coming up. And as Potato Head says, oh, it's all transitory. It's like breathing on a mirror. This is not what he says, this is what I'm quoting. It's like breathing on a mirror and then it evaporates. That's what the recession's going to be. Very transitory. But as we well know, all we have to do is look at the gas prices every time you go fill up your car, or you go buy food at the grocery stores. You can see how transitory it is. A lot of us preppers have been saying this for years. You have to be ready for someday if you go to the grocery store and there's no food to get, you better be ready for that. That's why home gardening is very important. If you've got a farm that you're already probably doing a lot of gardening. But just every little thing you do growing vegetables, that's food to eat. So I really encourage people to take care of your personal surroundings, what's going on. I believe in prepping medical supplies. A lot of gauze and bandages and tape. A lot of pain medications if you can get it. Over-the-counter stuff. Keep all that stuff prepared for a rainy day. That rainy day may never come, but it may as well. So be ready for that. There's a really good channel you can visit. Her name is Patera, and it's called Appalachia Homestead. Her and her husband own a farm down in the Tennessee area. And she's probably got, I think, about 410,000 subscribers now. But she's very frugal, very insightful in things that she recommends doing on a homestead. So shout out to her. And there's another one I recommend watching. It's called, his name is Dan, but it's called I Allegedly. And he talks a lot about the economy and things, and he's a very smart man. As you well know, knowledge is wisdom. The more you know, things that you can do to help yourself and help others is really helpful. But we all know God is in control. If you believe in God, He is in control. He orchestrates everything. I'm not one of these people that think the world's going to end tomorrow. Just not that kind of person. I trust in Him with everyday decisions, everything I do, I trust in Him. And He'll give you things that you can do just by listening to Him. And one of our first major intersections here we got to cross. already in about 5.5 miles here. And we're down to about 90% on the battery. That's about average. Colder weather really affects these batteries. The electric car battery, they don't like real cold weather. So the battery does degrade, obviously, in much colder weather because those lithium batteries just don't like cold weather. So where I normally may get a 35 to 40 mile ride out of a full charge on this battery, in the winter time I may only get about 25 miles on the same battery because of the colder weather. I did purchase an extra battery I carry in my bag. So if I want to extend my ride to 70 miles in warmer weather, 75, I can. But I do carry an extra battery. One good thing about a rear hub motor like this, if you break a chain, you're still going to be able to throttle home. On the ride here, it's got a half twist throttle here. And if you break a chain, you can just take yourself home or wherever you're going to. On your left, where if you have what they call a mid-drive motor, which is up under the pedals, you break a chain, you're going to be pushing that bike. So it's got its advantages having a rear hub motor. I did a lot of research on that before I bought this bike. But getting back to a little bit of prepping, as I mentioned, it doesn't hurt when you go to the store to pick you up a couple cans of Beanie Weenies or some extra rice or some noodles and store them for long term. I found the best way to store it is in Mylar bags, where you can put oxygen absorbers inside that bag. They sell all this on Amazon. I heard there's a shortage of Mylar bags. I haven't had to buy any, so I'm not sure about that yet. But with that oxygen absorber inside that, after you put that in, like they come in gallon type bags, quart bags, and once you seal that, you can take like a curling iron or a regular iron works, where you can seal the end of that bag, and then within a week or two you'll notice that bag, all that product has shrunk almost to like a brick inside that Mylar bag. So storage is really good. I carry, once I seal all that, I put it all in big plastic tubs. It's got a lid. And you can store them again wherever you can. And some of that product will store for 10 or 20 years. Again, I don't say that's the answer to long-term food insecurity, but it's certainly going to get you a ways. We're about the 7 mile marker here, a little better. But what I really like doing on these e-bikes when you're riding them, first you meet a lot of neat people on the trail. On your left, course, you want to be very courteous when you're passing somebody. You always want to say on your left. Or I've got a little horn here. Not very loud though. Got a bunch of people in the trail here with a bunch of dogs. You see, that horn's not very loud. I just soon yell sometimes. You gotta watch little kids coming, they're walking with their parents, or any, you know, the real little kids, 2 to 5 years old, something like that. You'll holler on your left, and that's the first place they want to run, is on their left. And so you got to be really careful when you're riding these things that they don't run right into your path. Because you're riding along an 18, 20 mile an hour, you're going to hurt somebody on this bike. Now this bike is rated for 275 pounds. That's including what you're carrying on your bike and yourself. I weigh about 215, plus everything on the bike is probably another 15, so I'm only putting about 230 pounds on the bike. Of course, the heavier you are riding this bike,